Hello, good morning. We are here pretty early at Shangri-La Farms near Ocala, Florida, and we want to photograph horses running free. And I want to tell you what all is necessary in preparation really to get such a shoot working out well for you. These horses are Lusitano horses. They come from Portugal. It's a very old breed. And you see not so many around. More famous are the Andalusian horses. They come from the same origin, but Lusitano horses are very well bred, a very long stud book, and they are made for working with the cows. Let's say they were the Portuguese cowboys. And these horses are very compact, very nice, very athletic, and as a breed, adorable. May I now introduce our photo model to you. He is great, impressive, and wonderful. Whoa, boy, hello. Hello. Ooh. He doesn't know what's going on here, so he is a little bit looking around. That's fine. Hello, Whitney.
Hello.
You are his trainer?
Yes.
And I would like to know a little bit more about him.
This is Venino Imperial. He is a 5-year-old Lusitano stallion, better known as Vinny around the barn. And we imported him from Brazil a couple of months ago. We've started him training in dressage. We're taking him back to basics, putting some very strong basics on him. And he just went to his first show a month ago. And was a little excited, but he'll get better.
So he's pretty new here around.
Yes, very new.
And he is learning still about what's going on here.
Yes.
So a horse always needs a certain time to accustom to another place.
But he has a fabulous temperament for a stallion. He's always friendly, sometimes a little nervous, but has never been ugly.
And very interested in anything. Okay. Do you ride him?
Yes.
What do you do? Normal dressage?
Dressage, yes.
Okay.
We did the training level test.
When you turn him loose, how does he behave?
He's a little excited at first and then usually calms down. But
so he bucks and runs around and rears up.
And looks around and tries to find some girls.
Everything what we want for the photography.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to ask you now to prepare him for us, and I explain a little bit what you have to look for, the details which are important for preparation of a horse to be turned loose.
I start with the pick, and I always have a pick with a brush on it. It just saves you a lot of time. Start out and clean the inside of the foot out. You never know what you're going to find in there, especially when I'll be looking for rocks. And then put the foot down and take the brush and just brush the dirt off from the outside, which will make putting your oil on much easier. When you put the oil on, you always want to start up around the cornet band and just kind of let it drip down. Just give it a nice, even coverage.
If you are outside there with a horse in a lot of sand, forget about the oil. What would happen is the sand sticks to the oil and covers the whole hoof. But here we have really a nice green grass. And so this will shine and would even highlight the hoofs when they are up in the air. What you have really to look for is that the mane shines. So you have this spray, please. Okay. So just don't do too much, just put a little bit on it, cover the eye. You do it with your hand, you don't spray it where the eyes are. That's fine. And we put a little bit of Vaseline on his nose. Not too much. Everything what is too much is not nice. The horse always has to look really nice. Sometimes you see photographs of Arabian horses. They are so overdone that they even sometimes clip the eyelashes. I mean, it's just terrible. For me, a horse needs to look natural and nice, really beautiful. And do it like it would be nothing done on it, but it shines. You know, that's the secret, to find the path in between.
Right, natural
And-
but not.
And put a little bit around the eye. That gives another depth to the eye. Yes, great. That's very nice. He enjoys it, the boy. And I would like to ask you always to go to the horse and to touch the horse. You know, you see exactly how he reacts. Some horses don't like that. They start nipping or biting. So you know, you have a horse which wants that you keep the distance. And as well, when you go over his coat like that, you see if it is well maintained, and this is no question that his horse is wonderful kept here. But you see as well, if you do something like that, you try to pick a little bit of the skin off. You see immediately, if it goes back flat, it's nice. But if it stays up, this horse is dehydrated. So there are things you really should take care of. And what for me is always important to look on his eye. And he has such a calm and a nice eye. There are some horses, they have a lot of white in their eye. And they look always very, very fearful and very anxious. So you know from the first moment that you have to be careful with these horses. You cannot ask so much. You cannot really push them up with cheers and with a whip that they move more on. They are really very tight and very tense inside. He is a really relaxed boy. He's now used to all the people here standing around, and he just asks, what's going on here? And the other thing, what I'm always doing, just don't stand only at his face. I mean, there's more of the horse behind. So go behind and see, sometimes here is a little clip up there. That's fine. Especially the Arabian horses, they are often clipped down to half of the mane, what for my opinion looks really ugly. I love the big, lush mane, what these horses have here. And when they are running, the mane is going up. And if you're lucky, you have the shine of the sun through it, and that is beautiful. As well, always go around the horse, especially with horses which are colored. You have two different horses from both sides. Yeah? And they are, as with the humans, the horses have sometimes a very photogenic left side, but not a good one on the right, or depending where the mane is. So you really have to be careful about thinking, what does the horse give to me as a picture? And I'm always going behind, look for, is there scars or is there anything what I don't like to see? And the buds of horses are really beautiful, especially with the Lusitano breed. They have a big, big hindquarter, and the tail is tucked in between the two sides. What you don't have with the Arabians. With Arabians, they have a tall, high carriage of tail. So he has a beautiful tail here. And we call this color of horses buckskin. Means he has a black mane, here black legs, and the black tail. He will be in the sunshine more like copper, you know. And depending how he moves, for photographers, it's a wonderful color. Fine, I think we are done with him in all the preparation, and we can out there and try to photograph him in the field. Please take him out. For a photo shoot of a horse free in the paddock, the best time is the early morning. The best time is just when the sun is coming up and it gives you this great, soft orange light. But sometimes you show up like we do today and it's gray and overcasted and even we have some rain. So let's see what we can do out of this situation. But keep in mind, it's better that you come back on another day and try it again with another light. Sunshine is the best thing what you can have with horses. Today we tried in a different way. Here our photo model is coming. He's already anxious. You know, he's a stallion, and you do not fuss around too much with him. Come on, please. Because over there he sees some mares and some foals, and this here is the paddock of the mare, so he will be sniffing on the manure piles of the mare. So always be cautious if you have a stallion with you. It's not a gelding or an old horse. He is a precious horse in his full power, so is really gorgeous, and she's doing a pretty good job in keeping him in order. We have settled here on a location which is really fenced off by a line of people on this side, and we have 3 fences around, and this is about the distance of 200 feet by 200 feet, and this is a perfect space where you can really move the horse. If you have a big paddock, you turn the horse loose and then goodbye and he's gone, and you have to run half a mile to get him back. So be aware that these horses are much faster than you are, and to keep them in a space like that, you need help from people keeping him in this space and keeping him going. It's not about whipping a horse. You have the whips only to tell him, here's your borderline, don't go over that, and move on, boy. It's not for punishing or beating him up, but it's just to show him, here's your line. Another advice is, when you are going into a paddock like that and a horse is turned loose and you don't know this horse, please do not go down on the floor. You have to be able to make a move at any time. If the horse is more relaxed and you know he's running in another space of this area, so you can go down. The best shots are really from down, when you are kneeling or even lower. But be careful, if you have a stallion or other horses, they could run over you. Or you have somebody standing beside you protecting you. But the first thing is security. Security not only for the horses, but for you. You must be really coming out of this shooting safe and sound, and the same is to the horse. Never let a horse run on a pasture it is very uneven or has many holes in it. It's not fair to the horse that it gets hurt only because you want to have some good shots. You are responsible for what's happening during this shoot, and you are really responsible that everybody's happy when you have the shoot been over. So, we would now like that you go over there and turn him loose.
Right.
And every time, be ready. Don't wait up till the horse is turned loose. Just make yourself ready, because the moment he takes off the halter, it could be that he's really jumping up and you are missing the shot. Fine, that's a wonderful place. Just try to get his halter off now. We do with our photography prove this first, that we have the right light, and it seems to be okay, and then we say he's not supposed to roll. We know that. He's not oh, good that he's allowed to do. He marks his territory here because normally the mares are out here, so he tries to put his mark on. He has to smell first the mares, and then, yeah, great. Sun is coming out, gives us a nice shine on his coat. Classical position, 4 legs perfectly arranged, beautiful. Let him do this. then he is more satisfied. Yes. Now he's ready for display. He sneaked it around. All the polish. Yeah, now he's moving. He feels better now. He loves to perform. Perfect how he stands. Really perfect. He plays with our attention and he enjoys this. He's so nicely close for a detailed picture of his eye. It's great. Oh, yes. Posing. Posing. Go! Yeah! Yeah! Great! Oh, oh. Oh, good boy. Great. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. He's beautiful. Gorgeous. And he loves it. We had just 10 wonderful, great minutes with this horse, displaying here, playing with us and looking what we are doing here, and we could chase him and he enjoyed it. You know, he was not freaked out and nothing. He loved to go to the air and to stand on his hind legs, and it's so exciting to be here. It's this 10 minutes which everything what you want for photography is in it. And then you have the frustration that sometimes you are out of focus or something like that went wrong. So it's all an experience, including the frustration and the happiness. If you get out of this shooting approximately 5 nice pictures, then you could be happy. We have out of 500 pictures, you are really happy with 2 to 3%, which are really great. The horse is moving so fast, your focus of the camera is so slow. Sometimes it's a bad background. All these things are happening. So horse photography is not you go out and you see that and you make 500 great pictures. Keep that in mind. Everybody, every professional knows this frustration. And so be happy if you get some great shots of him. It's very hard to work with such clever horses like he is. He can be calm on one moment and in the next split of the second he could be rearing up and being really very powerful and very energetic. I love to be, you know, after a shoot like that, I always sit down. And I enjoy in my head and in my soul and in my heart what I have seen and what I have done. And it's not only about using this camera to store the images in that. You store the images in your heart. And even if it would be turning out that you lose your card or the pictures, or for any case it's not going to be there on your computer, what you have in your heart nobody can take away from you. And to have a horse like him so close and so attached and so playful, it's an essence. I'm living on this essence. And I love the moments after a shoot to sit down and just to say, wow, that was great. Didn't we enjoy it? And now we take him back to the barn and he gets a nice bath. Does he like?
As long as the water is warm.
Only with warm water.
Yes.
I always love to sit in the stable and to watch the activities going around. It's not only to be lazy and to just calm down. It's as well a reason you see images and pictures which you have not imagined before. You are collecting this kind of images. Perhaps you don't use it on this shoot, but when you come for another shoot, you say, oh, it was nice when the stallion was coming out of the barn like this. Perhaps I can shoot that. It's like you are going with your creativity to a point to collect images in a secret database where you can pull them out on another occasion and really create new images from this memory database. Oh, he seems to enjoy it, huh? If you have by chance the possibility to photograph horses in the rain, it is so nice when the water drops are going down through their coat. There are so many details. You see here these water drops hanging in his mane. When you would see it now from my point, you see the eye and you see the mane with the water in it, would be a great picture. Everything what you do, what you see, contributes to your capability of creating new images. It is such a sensibility which you develop when you're around horses and look on them. The ears for itself in a detailed picture is great as well. And I love the eyes of the horses, and he has especially a wonderful deep eye. You say the soul of the horses are in their eyes, and I believe this for sure. Hey boy. We will be going on another shooting on the racetrack, and they are showering the horses down after the work as well, and you get great images with this water cloud over those horses. Just when you photograph on and on, there are always new pictures coming. You're not finishing, ever, never. Thank you. I hated to leave this wonderful farm, Shangri-La Farm, and I was really happy here with the horses and with the people. And Caroline, could you please come in? I want to thank you for being here and all the other helpers who were running around up and down the field and helping us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I hope I will be able to come back.